At the start of last year, Tommy Fury seemed to have it all: love with Molly-Mae Hague, a beautiful baby daughter, and victory over his biggest adversary Jake Paul. But a fight in January 2024 saw him damage his hand and, unable to train, his life quickly spiraled out of all control. As the boxer launches a new fly-on-the-wall documentary series, he's opened up about his drinking hell, hitting rock bottom, and how he's turned his life around to win back his fiancée and 2-year-old Bambi. The opening episode shows his dad and boxing trainer, John, admitting that he urged Molly to leave Tommy, believing it was necessary to sober him up. "I mean, I probably would have walked away from me too," Tommy said. "It was a tough moment in my life, but everything happens for a reason. I'm not happy that I went through that, but I'm grateful for the lessons that I've learned, and I don't think I would have known half of what I know about myself if I never went through that." Molly, who met Tommy on Love Island, walked out on him amid rumours of cheating, which he denies, and out-of-control boozing, which he doesn't. Now the couple's social media accounts reveal they've patched up their relationship, but in the opening episode, the cameras show Tommy home alone as he faces up to his demons. The 26-year-old says he turned to binge drinking when his injury ruled him out of boxing for more than a year. "I had enough drink to last me a lifetime in 2024, he says. "Suddenly, one day, you find that all you can do is sit down, and then a few of them, drinks, it takes the pain away. You forget where you are, you forget what's going on. And sometimes you want that feeling all the time, and that's where obviously it starts. Now, when I look at that person from back then, I don't even recognize that guy. It's just not me. Back then, I didn't really care about anything. It was like the world going by, wasn't bothered, and that's just not me." He is not teetotal, but says he's barely touching alcohol. "Going forward, if it's a wedding or something like that, I might have a couple of drinks. 4 or 5 times a week is something nobody should be doing." As predicted by John, the turning point came when Molly and Bambi moved out. "I woke up one morning and everything was gone. Molly and the baby had gone. That was the moment I thought, wow, what's going on?" he recalls sadly. "And that was the moment where I just started to try and change things around." Speaking to the Mirror earlier this month, once filming on the series had ended, he said he'd found it difficult being in his Cheshire mansion without the rest of his family. He spent a lot of time sitting in a big dark room by himself. "That's what I was doing most days." When you're in a big house all by yourself, you think about a lot of things, and you wish you could never go down that road, but it's happened. Until that point, he'd been in denial about all the boozing and bad behavior. You think, oh no, nothing's wrong. It's not a problem. I'm enjoying myself. But it is a problem, and everybody else can see it apart from you. When you accept that and you move on, that's when you can start healing from it. Of Molly, who later made the decision to take him back, he says, "I couldn't have picked a better mother for Bambi than Molly. She's absolutely fantastic. Saying he'd love to have more kids, he gushes, she's the best mum in the world. She juggles an awful lot, and she's always there, and she's the best mother that I could have picked." Tommy, half-brother of fellow boxer Tyson, claims he didn't respond to the lies written about him cheating, and even getting another woman pregnant, because he hadn't needed to. "I don't have to go around shouting from the rooftops because it's all bull tea. I live my life for me. Let all the bull tea carry on. As long as my family and myself and Jesus know who I am, I don't care about anything else." But he did say it had been hard to go through all the upheaval in both his professional and personal life while under so much scrutiny. To go through that on a personal level is one thing, but to go through that in front of the whole world, in being looked at under a microscope, it adds a new pressure. Having found this level of fame through Love Island, he turned to TV once again, hoping the new series will give viewers a more authentic view of who he is as he tries to resurrect his career following hand surgery. "I've held nothing back. Everything's raw and everything's out there," he insists. "Let people see the effing rock bottom for what it is, and let people see me get back to where I know, because I'm going to get back to the top. I've never really left the top." Tommy said that the healing process has helped him to find a more spiritual side of himself. I've started walking now, which I never really thought it'd do. I enjoy getting up at 4, 5 in the morning, getting to the top of a mountain through the sunrise. He hopes viewers will come away seeing him as a grounded and normal person, surrounded by solid friends he's had since childhood who aren't just after his cash. I don't think of myself as anything I'm not, because I'm not, he reasons. I think of myself as kid out of Salford who's done all right. I'm living proof that if anybody wants to achieve anything, you really can, because I haven't got no super talent. I'm not the best boxer out there, but I've achieved everything I wanted to achieve, because I wouldn't take no for an answer. The sportsman said he took to becoming a dad at just 23 quite naturally, which surprised him. As soon as she was born and I held her in my arms, nothing else mattered, he says simply. Going into every fight, I think maybe if I lost this one, my world will cave in, like there'd be nothing left. But now, if the worst was to happen, I still have her, God willing. Once you have kids, nothing else matters. At just 26, Tommy insists he's no longer interested in earning lots of dough for himself. I don't care about materialistic things. Even all the money I'm getting now for fights and deals and stuff, that's not spent on me, that's spent on giving my daughter, and future kids, the best life I can give them. While he and his brothers have followed John into boxing, he doesn't see that as a career path for Bambi. Boxing is going to be a firm no for me, he says. Is that a bit sexist? No, definitely not, he argues. It's just I know the amount of black eyes you get. I know the bloody noses you get. I know the amount of nights I've spent in A&D, and she doesn't need to do that. For her part, Bambi seems to like having the cameras around. She regularly enjoys brushing her dad's hair and painting his nails, which Tommy happily goes along with. She does all sorts, he laughs. They're my favorite times. There's nothing that I love doing more than that. She's just the best thing in my life 10 times over, and I just want to be a dad now that she can be proud of. I think that's the biggest thing moving forward, and I owe it to her and Molly and everybody to just be the best version of myself that I can really be. Tommy, the Good, the Bad, the Fury, Tuesday the 19th of August, BBC 3/BBC iPlayer.